going?
I just give you a nod.
I just kind of look at everybody and be like, and I'm gonna go up and around to this staircase, make my way to that ladder in this way.
Hell yes.
Up and around.
Going back to the top, you hear as you're moving the, Zagi, the captain of the Crow Keepers, turning around and going, allow me. We have to bring this to the Draconis. All right, we can buy favor with them.
They've found us already. This cannot be given away idly. It must be bargained for.
The entrance was. You guys wait for Hal as Hal, you look around. This thing here, you get a glimmer with your dark vision. It is not striding. Its corpus seems to inch forward as though guts or intestines made of ropes of filth and mold were spilling from a torso in coiling heaps in front of it. Two dim yellow eyes, some bioluminescent, a sickly maggot firefly in the eyes of this hateful, hidden mold spirit of it. And you can feel its presence, Murray, because much like a fungus, its visible component is but the smallest of itself. It's his network is in the walls here.
The map's always just an approximation. Can I take my mage hand and take that dagger and fling it at Laumi as if Zagi is attacking him?
Sick.
Okay. Laumi, listen, I don't know what that was. He goes,
what I cannot buy, I will merely take for myself.
And that is the, you hear the captain draw a weapon. You hear Zagi draw a weapon. Other Crow Keepers are going to rush Laumi. Sprinting forward up the ladder right here. This one, running from over here. Rushing over. Sucks up a bunch of spores and filth into himself and is going to reach out and thunders a wet, slimy arm that is composed of writhing tendrils into the open mouth of that thief, whose skull cavity fills with rot and blasts out of his eyes.
The chaos of the last 20 or 30 seconds are bringing Hal back to running through war when he was barely more than a boy himself, blade in hand, seeing people skewered, decapitated, stabbed, dying around him, and this is just a kid, just like so many men and women he saw fall when he was a young man, and he knows that that is somebody's son, and he just starts to descend the ladder.
Awesome. Reaching down, Demodus is stable at 0. 22, you know exactly what his condition is.
So he's fucked up.
Oh, he's unconscious.
He is shallow breathing is he's unconscious.
Yeah.
He's not making death saves.
He's not making death saves. He is stable, but you look at this poor young man. He's been beaten to hell. Zagi effortlessly leaps to the table, leaps to the catwalk, and lays into Laumi here with a scimitar, scoring 2 hits. And Laumi is not bloody, but has taken a lot of hits, and is going to allow everybody to get a swipe on him as he moves back over here. He's going to retreat.
I am going to lift this young man up over my shoulder, fireman carry.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try to quietly make my way to the base of the ladder. Maybe I can even get 1 or 2 feet up the ladder.
Yes.
And bonus action, I will quietly whisper into this kid's ear, "Time to go, kid." And that reverberates through his sleeping mind, and I will cast its bonus action, Healing Word.
I'm dead. No. Oh, I'm almost dead.
I'm gonna turn to Azune and be like, hold my feet! And I'm going to go down and grab Demodus.
Cool.
And try and lift him up. Am I able to kind of grab him and start moving in a direction that resembles out of here?
Yes, you can grab him and start moving in a direction that resembles out of here.
Okay.
Drop it. And next turn, apparently he has to drop whatever he's holding, then it ends his turn.
This is to Zagi?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
And then I'm running right back up with a little, and I'm back up.
All right, great. Zagi fails the save.
Ooh. So on his turn, he will be dropping anything in his hands and going, what the fuck just happened?
Okay, amazing.
And...
Zagi's a woman.
Zagi's a woman, yes. So she will drop her weapon.
It is dark down here.
Azune shifts. He kind of gets his center of gravity gets a little bit lower into the ground, and I whip into the direction where I think those guards are. And bonus action, I'm activating innate sorcery. The ground around me starts to spiral around me like a mini vortex. There's sparks gathering, little small bits of fire gathering around me, and I'm rushing towards where those guards are. The first one I see.
Hell yeah.
I will do stuff too.
Azune, you're in the one situation that in the Brethren Hall they tell you never to get in, which is surrounded by rogues. That is a hit on a natural 19 on the die.
Reaction, I cast shield.
Your armor is 25?
My armor is 25 now. And it almost looks like a figure steps in front of me and just crosses its arms and becomes almost like a spectral barricade for me.
I think Murray and Bolaire look through and see Azune, who is ever, like seeing Shamad and these other arcane marshals.
Yeah.
Azune, your like friend who speaks with a voice of like understanding and knowing this city and loving this city, has transformed into a beautiful nightmare in the room beyond you. These guys don't know they're in a game of D&D, but on an intuitive level, they know what it means to miss on a 19. So Laumi cannot move, and you see that all Laumi does is not even raise his hands, but just moves into Zagi's square, that his body envelops her, and you watch sludge-covered bones fall out of his body as Zagi's remains just clatter to the ground. As Laumi looks at you, Hal, and goes, "First time in the sewers." Demodus looks at you, Murray, and goes, or looks at Hal, jumping through, and goes, "Professor McNesson! Oh, you showed up! Oh, Bolaire, you showed up!"
Oh, God.
Oh, sorry. I don't know who you are. And you see that Demodus goes, monster or these guys, and starts to summon some magic into his fingers.
Those guys. We gotta get the fuck out of here.
Azune, as these rogues surround you, looking at their inability to harm you in any meaningful way, you gleam with light, and you see Demodus looks over and goes, "Wow, beautiful." And behind you, you see a 12-foot tall knight made of light erupt and says, "Brother, I have arrived to aid you. I am also a handsome knight, and 100% real."
Oh my goodness.
I just look at Demodus and go, "We're gonna have to talk about reading the room."
So I crawl down just a bit and look directly at this creature. Eyes lock. And it almost seems like the mask itself becomes concave and reflective, and there's this twisted version of its own face that's suddenly looking at it. Mm-hmm. And it hears a quiet roll in its head.
Creature of refuse and filth. How else would you find your face than to be buried in the sewers forever where you belong?
Laumi looks and goes, "Hi." I am sorry. Boom! And zooms in as the water seeps through the cracks of Hal's shatter spell in the floor, he flushes himself down into a deeper darkness, vanishing at the horror of your dissonant whispers.
First thing I do is I convert a first level spell slot into a sorcery point because I was down 1 and I need 2 for the following thing. I'm going to first, for my action, attack one of those with Booming Blade. Again, the sparks of fire and electricity are absorbed into my Warhammer as I strike at this guy with advantage. And that's going to be a 20 to hit.
That is a hit.
He's gonna do 4 points of bludgeoning damage as he gets pushed with my weapon mastery 10 feet away from me.
Great.
And is now ensheathed in booming energy.
Rushing in, Azune, who has been shielded now 2 rounds straight, gleaming armor. This is a veteran of the Falconers Rebellion and an arcane marshal of the city. This is a guy who comes down into dark holes to find people doing shit all the time. Standing here, you look and watch how all of you see the guy that Thiazi spent his life keeping away from this. You circle around. First time the sword is in your hands. How do you want to do this?
Woo!
I just rush up. I'm thinking about Azune, who is family now. I slide the blade right through this guy's gut right here all the way through, and I'm looking over his shoulder at you. And then pull the liar's blade out and watch as the guy crumples to the ground. And this is all happening in seconds, but you watch as I just let the sword hang at my side and stare at it. And
you see, Demodus stands up and is going to roll a deception check with advantage. Comes to the side and goes as an illusion just covers his throat and speaks perfectly in Thieves' Cant. Can any of you speak Thieves' Cant?
No, I don't think so.
You just hear "Hand your stickers!" in Zagi's voice perfectly.
Wow.
And you see both of the blinded ones toss their weapons to their guildmaster. As their weapons go flying out of their hands. Apparently he said something in Thieves' Cant that registered as Zagi asking for their weapons.
I look at Demodus and I go, two college credits for that.
I'm going to wander right by the one who's badly injured, and just pull my sword, give it a little shake, and use my bonus action to let it shatter down into a very, very fine, it's a scalpel, but slightly longer and heavier.
This slit opens up with glass, and it looks like the cut grows into the rest of the neck, just boom, and falls to the ground dead. There is one Crowkeeper left, Azune. Or is it bonus action here?
That was my bonus was summoning. Just asleep when you're going to need him for questioning.
You look and see this glowing, radiant knight turns and extends this 7-foot broadsword at the Crowkeeper and says, "You have wronged us, the friends of justice. Oh, no. That is our name and what we are known by. Oh, no. You will leave this place. You will get a real job. You will apologize to those you have wronged. You will make amends. It is the first step. You will,
Just look at Demodus. Are you trying to scare him straight? What are you doing? These are not the...
These guys beat me up. Well, we're going to need this one unconscious, my girlfriend.
Okay.
Please.
The glowing illusory knight goes, "Fall asleep now. 10, 9.
Can I choke him out?
Yeah, absolutely.
I just kind of grab him in for a hug. It's not it's a Murray hug. It's not super intimate or necessarily comforting. It's a little bit of a tough love hug as she puts one of her arms kind of around his shoulders and squeezes him tight.
You are in trouble. You had a plan to leave.
Yeah. I don't know what happened. I think something bad might have happened to Pimley. He was supposed to get me out of town in a wagon, and the next thing I knew, it was open and the crow keepers were there.
You're so sweet. You're you give people the benefit of the doubt, and that is a quality. That's a quality.
God, you really all came looking just for me?
Well, it does take a village.
I swear, it was awful.
What did you see?
It was awful. And we got to the Divinos, the big Divinos house, and it was just like empty, and there was nobody there. And there were other Taconis people that I could just smell abjurative magic on, and they'd been there for a while already. Like they were going in, and you've been in the abjuration hall when they're doing counterspelling and stuff like that. Like it has that smell that's kind of that like
burnt ozone.
Yeah. So that was everywhere. I was hungry at one point, and the guy, one of the soldiers, the soldiers were laughing while they were looking at me, and one of them offered me a slice of cake and said I could eat 3/4 of it. And then he would take it, and I did. I took a couple bites, and then they went and like placed it somewhere to look like
a party.
Actually, I got some real food and went and just like hid in a closet for a second because I've been working way longer than they said I was supposed to work. And I was also just like almost running out of spell energy, and Janaeus walked in with the Lady Ophelia, and she was like making a report. She was just talking about, she was like, with the Lady Ophelia, and she was like making a report. She was just talking about, she was like, she said, my lady, the falcon has just been delivered to Obermus Manor. Does that mean anything to you? And the Lady Ophelia was like, yes, it does. Your soldiers, are they sweeping the grounds? And Janaea said yes. And then there was a like weird long pause, and I was like, I had a mouthful of food, and I stayed really still in the closet. And then Janaeus said, they're loose ends, aren't they? And then the Lady Ophelia said, so are you. And I looked through the door, and this soldier who was really tough was crying, and I saw Lady Ophelia, who's very tall, walk up and put her hand like really nicely on Janaeus' face and say, they're going to give you the scar for this. You don't have anything to worry about. And Janaeus said, it's been an honor to serve you. And then some guy barked outside. Lady Ophelia said that'll be Lord Ethrend. Come with me. They left, and I ran. I really don't know.
The boy's not safe.
He's not safe.
I don't want to leave the Pentemporal. I don't want to leave. I don't have anywhere else to go. I literally don't have anywhere else to go.
You certainly do.
Wait. Where?
We can hide him in my apartment if we have to. No one's going to come looking for him there.
I think we send him with King Gus.
That's a lot of faith to put in King Gus, and that also means making sure that he knows what's happening, that he believes us. That's a lot.
Well, hiding in your apartment for how long? Well, if you're comfortable with that.
Why are you bringing... Is King Gus King Augustus?
Yes.
They talked about him while I was there.
They did.
Did they?
What did they say?
Earlier in the day, they were like, oh, there's a one, the Lady Ophelia it was Trimus only just like brought me there. She didn't stay for very long at all. She said, and she was like, I have to head to, a place in the city. It was some Helvarian word. I forget. Because the Argosian delegation has just arrived. And Lady Ophelia said like, oh, they're going to be paying King Augustus a visit. And she was like, sooner rather than later. And, I don't know, it just sounded like delegations of people visiting.
Did they have any particular disposition about it? Irritated?
They were laughing. I really thought that the people who have taken care of me a lot would be really proud if I could do it on my own.
We're so proud of you.
Well, you did do it.
You did.
Got out of there. So, we just want to make sure you're safe.
What you did might save an enormous number of people.
What?
This is good news. No one is born with wisdom. You earn it the hard way. Everyone with it earns it the hard way, and this was a very, very...
Son, I think you did very well for what life threw at you today.
I agree.
We saved the boy.
Save the boy.
And in a moment, I'm going to have to do something uncomfortable. I'm going to need a bit of help.
With that, I raise my head and turn to you.
And it doesn't have to be you. But it is an imperative that I ask you first, because I owe it to you. I don't think it's healthy, and I don't think you'll like it. But it is not a secret it's not a secret I can keep from you. If you want to see the worst of me.
Do you...
He's a kid. Azune. Demodus is a kid. Do we have a dean? In my school? That's willing to take these kids and throw them on the fire? I thought that Dean Cora was just a dummy plant, just someone who would maybe do the biddings, or at least not even ask questions against the Sundered Houses and standing up to the people in power. I thought that maybe they just thought, put someone there that's malleable. But if this is true, it's so much more malicious. I don't know. I think I'm just... This might be the first time I've been truly scared.
The first thing I begin doing as I enter the room is I start taking off my shirt, jacket, and cloak and folding them in the corner, somewhere as clean as I can find it.
Do you need anything from me?
If you're up to it. So I at least start taking the shirt and the clothing off of our friend.
Off of the same one.
Off of the man on the floor, yes. And start putting it on.
At this point, Hal just backs up to a wall in the room and just witnesses.
Do you want to do the honors?
Excuse me?
I'm going to need to die. And then I'm going to need you to take my face and put it on our friend over there. But we're going to have to make this body look like it died in a battle.
And just stab forward.
I grab with my hands and let them cut into the blade to break them.
And I start to actually hammer down to make it a messier wound.
I take as many of my fingers off as humanly possible as this goes. Mm-hmm. The face doesn't wince.
Mm-hmm.
I shove my foot against his chest and kick him off and widen the wound even further to leave him a gory mess on the ground.
Coup de grace. Bolaire, you die again.
Blade drops from my hand, clatters on the stone.
It's actually somewhat strange. There's not even ribbons on the back or any way to fix it. It comes off so easily.
I really carefully spin it in my hands to see the other side. What is on the other surface of this thing?
slight opalescent sheen. Just as if glue, the glue that put it together, the paper mache just managed to capture a moment of this pearlescent oil slick, and then right beneath the eyes, there is gentle handwriting. There's this beautiful cursive handwriting that is too light and too delicate to truly be seen, and you would have to get a lot closer to the mask to read it.
Do you look more closely at the writing?
I will bring it to about here.
I will say, at this moment, Murray and Azune enter the room. As you see Hal bringing the mask closer to his face to read it.
And spins it over in his hands.
Hal.
He doesn't answer. He just walks over to the new home.
Bolaire, you open your eyes, looking up at your friend Hal.
Oof. I start to get dressed.
You feel groggy.
I don't say much. And also, there's a healing potion over here, right?
Correct.
I can take it.
You take it because you're in a body that moments ago was choked into unconsciousness by Azune Naya.
Yep. So I'm at very low hit points.
I think even before you get the clothes on, I reach out a hand and help you to your feet. And Hal says, "Very theatrical," which echoes through your consciousness, and I cast Healing Word.
Oh.
And heal you further.
You are the first person who's been, anything like this has happened. It's never occurred to me to ask.
For a big 2.
Help.
2 ones.
There is a box somewhere in a space that only you can see with the mind of a man who's been in jail, but never one like this. Beating against the bars. Screaming, I'll tell you what I know! I'll tell you what I know!
While my face is uncharacteristically blank, as I look at everyone, somewhere in that box, sitting in the audience, a mask floating by itself, just says,
"Of course you will. But we'll get to you."
And then comes back out. My hair. And I walk over and pull the wig that had been attached to the previous body and put it on. And then very quickly pull out a blade and cut just enough out of the old face that they can't make it talk with any necromancy.